It just rained. Look what I found. Scaly Inkcaps. Come join me in the chaos. All right, so this is Coprionosis variegata, or Scaly Inkcap. And as they get older, this bottom part will start getting darker and darker, and it'll actually start turning into this black goo. But early on, these things actually aren't bad. They don't have much flavor, but I bet if you cook them up, they'd be pretty good. The only reason that they have any issues, anyone has any issues, is if they drink alcohol. I don't drink alcohol, so I don't have that problem. But if you did, your body would have trouble metabolizing ethanol. And so you'd have a buildup of metabolites of alcohol, and it could be damaging. Basically, you could get alcohol poisoning if you were to have a small amount of alcohol after eating these mushrooms. But these things are just popping up everywhere. This is probably the biggest cluster of these I've ever seen. I would say that cluster is about a foot wide, like a foot circle. So it's like the size of a basketball. I mean, it's hard to really gauge the size of it. I mean, I can palm a basketball and it's bigger than my hand, so pretty big pile of mushrooms. And then there's another pile of mushrooms here. I might try cooking some up just to see how I like the taste. I took a little nibble of the raw ones just to see what they tasted like, and they almost have zero flavor or smell. But it's very obviously an ink cap. And as you know, if you're watching this, you probably know ink caps mess with your metabolism of certain toxins. But again, if you don't drink alcohol or eat spoiled food, you probably don't have much to worry about. But I suppose if you're eating a bunch of questionable fruit and eating these mushrooms, you might run into problems. Just because obviously questionable fruit has alcohol in it. We actually got a watermelon from the store the other day that tasted kind of questionable. So I imagine consumption of partially decomposed fruit and these mushrooms might be an issue. Anyway, super excited though, because I've been trying to actually grow wine caps here. And somehow these scaly ink caps are taking over this bed. So I put a whole bunch of wine cap mycelium here. So I'll just keep trying. I know there's like a tree that used to be at this spot right here, and the previous owners kind of ground it into the ground, like they stump ground. And so this is like half mulch and half soil. So my strawberries are doing okay, and I have some fruit trees, but obviously these Scaly ink caps just love this spot in the yard. So kind of cool though. I think last year I had some bird's nest fungi. I don't know if it's a real proper name for it, but anyway, Scaly ink caps. Give them a try. All right, and then I ended up just cooking some up in the microwave for 30 seconds and putting some salt on them. And man, these are delicious. So I was wrong when I didn't think that they had very much flavor, because they're packed with flavor. Delicious.